Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a plunge into the SafePal crypto wallet ecosystem. We're looking at both their mobile app and the hardware options like the S1 and the X1.
Right. And our mission today is pretty simple. We've gone through a bunch of independent reviews, their own marketing, and we're trying to figure out if they're legit. And more importantly, what are the real world risks when you actually use it?
Okay, so the big draw here is what they call a full self-custody solution.
Exactly. And just so we're all on the same page, non-custodial means the company, SafePal, has zero access to your funds. You're the only one in control. It's not like an exchange. Plus, the app supports a huge number of blockchains right out of the box.
So let's unpack that hardware and software combination. The whole point of the physical wallets, the S1 and X1, is to keep your private keys completely offline, right?
That's the core idea, and what's fascinating is how they do it. The most praised technical part is this air gap design. Yeah. It doesn't just disconnect from the internet. The device actually signs transactions in total isolation. It communicates only using QR codes.
So you're scanning codes between your phone and the device.
You got it. It basically kills any online attack vector. The only real threat becomes someone physically stealing it. And they managed to blend that high-level security with a pretty convenient mobile app for things like staking and swapping.
Okay, so that's the company line. Let's move on to what real users are saying. SafePal seems to have a pretty solid presence, and, the tech reviewers generally like it. But what about direct feedback?
Well, that's where the picture gets a little mixed. If you look at a site like Trustpilot, you definitely see happy customers. There's a good chunk of 5-star reviews. People mention a sweet setup, reliable hardware.
That works.
It does. But, and this is a big but, about 33% of the reviews right now are 1-star.
Wait, a third. 33% for a security product. That sounds like a huge red flag. Are the wallets just failing?
That's the key question, isn't it? And when you really dig into the consensus on Reddit and other forums, the hardware itself is almost never the problem. It's seen as reliable.
So what are all those 1-star reviews about?
It almost always boils down to external factors. And this brings us to the legitimacy question. SafePal is absolutely a legit, active company. We know this because they themselves publish warnings about fake versions of their app. The brand is real, but it's constantly being impersonated.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. If the wallet isn't a scam, where is the true risk?
Exactly. The risk isn't the device in your hand. It's the digital environment all around it and the burden that places on you, the user.
So people aren't losing money because the wallet breaks.
No. The user loss stories are almost always about getting caught by a sophisticated phishing link or downloading a malicious fake version of the app, or, and this is the most common one, bad interactions with malicious dApps.
Decentralized applications.
Right. And that's the critical takeaway here. The irony is that SafePal delivers on its promise of perfect hardware security. But one wrong approval, one fake link you click, and it's all for nothing.
The funds are just gone.
Gone. Self-custody demands that you stay extremely careful. You grant one smart contract the wrong permissions, or you expose your seed phrase just once, and the security of the wallet doesn't matter anymore.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you? SafePal offers real, robust security, but it means you have to manage your own security like a bank vault. The tech is solid. The human element has to be just as vigilant.
Which leaves us with a final thought. Given that the biggest risk comes from those malicious dApps and transaction approvals, what essential checklist should you run through in your head to verify a smart contract's safety before you grant it access to your funds? That preparation is the real key to keeping your assets secure.